Alright guys, Murray here with Murray's Mobile Mechanics, and welcome to the channel. Before I start working on this Nissan Altima, please help me subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell so that whenever I have a new video, you guys are updated. So today we are working on a 2016 Nissan Altima with a 2.5. So this one is the opposite, guys. So it was supposed to be a pre-purchase inspection, but actually we are doing the after-purchase inspection. So they bought this car from the auction not too long ago, so they want to know what's actually going on. So I came over, checked the suspension. They might need control arms, and then they might need engine mounts, spark plugs, coolant flush. It's been packed at the auction for a long time, and also it's gonna need some brake fluid flush, but the brakes are good. So the other issue I did find was the battery was not good, so we are replacing with a new battery. I got it from AutoZone, so we'll start by replacing the battery. And then the OBD2 port is not working, so I updated the customer, and they told me to actually dig deeper as to why the OBD2 port is not working, and then we get the battery because they want the car to run. So we had to borrow a battery from the other Nissan Altima right there. That's how we did figure out that the battery is bad, but I did test it, and then the OBD2 port is actually not working. The engine check light is on, by the way. So we'll start by replacing the battery, and then we dig deeper into that. So we got the battery connector, so let's go inside the vehicle and then we check the other things that this car will need. Alright guys, so we got the car running. We got dashboard lights, we got the engine check light, we got the tire pressure light, fuel level low, the door is open, and then what else is on? The TPMS error. So definitely, like I said, they bought this car from the auction. We got the airbag light on right there, and then I've already plugged in my scanner right there, you can see. And this is what we are getting. We are getting the error. This one says the connector is not connected to the power supply. Please check whether the connector is connected to the vehicle's OBD diagnosis interface. So even earlier on I did try the outtail, still nothing. I'm gonna check it just to see if we can get some good connection. You saw me checking that and nothing is happening. So we'll try to press OK right there and try it one more time because we shook the connection right there. So we'll press enter, and it's still giving us the same actually situation. So right now we are going to dive a little bit deeper to see why that OBD port is not working. We'll start by checking the fuse, and then we'll go from there. So the fuse itself is located, I think you have to take this cover off, and then you'll find the fuses in there. So the OBD2 port fuse is the one on the top line on the left, which is the number one, which is the left furthest. So let me grab a light, I show you, and then we go from there. Alright guys, so we got some light right there. So our fuse we are looking for is the number one fuse. On the top line is a 10 amp fuse. So we are going to pull that fuse out and then check it, and then we see what else we got. So we got the fuse out. This is the one. So let's put it down and do the inspection. So I don't know if you can see right there, our fuse is blown. The bridge is broken right there. I don't know if the camera can pick that, but you can see, yeah. Our fuse is blown right there. So we'll put a new fuse right there and then check to see if our OBD port is working. Alright guys, so we got the new fuse installed. We got the old one right there. So right now let's turn the car on and see what we got on our actually scan 2 to see if it's working right now. So we'll press enter, and voila, now you can see the scan tool is communicating with the vehicle. So now we'll be able to figure out what the issue is with the engine shake light and see what codes this car has. So it's a Nissan 2016 Nissan Altima sedan, and we are going to see what codes this car has. So pretty much it was just about the fuse. That's the one that was blown. This is the one that was actually making us not to actually communicate with the vehicle. We'll press automatic search. We'll press confirm. Yes. Health report. And now you can see it's actually communicating with the vehicle. I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the orange. We got the engine control module, we got 2 codes, we got the body control module 4 codes, we got the transmission control module 2 codes. On these Nissan Altimas, definitely you need to actually be on the lookout when you're buying. Most of the time these Nissan Altimas, they sell them because of the transmission codes. The CVT is not a very good transmission. So right now we're still loading. We got the tire pressure monitoring system 2 codes, and we're still going. Scanner is doing its thing, and we are almost there. We are pretty much closer. Just give it a couple few seconds, we should be good, and we'll be able to see what we got going on with this Nissan Altima. So you can see we are 100%. So we got some codes. That's sweet, guys. So pretty much you can see in the engine control module we got P1574 definition, ASCD vehicle speed sensor. We got the P1550 definition battery current sensor. The battery was completely low, so that one I understand. Maybe even the one for the speed sensor is because the battery was completely low. We got the P0500 definition vehicle speed sensor. I can not be sure, but definitely I believe those can be caused by the battery going low. And then we got the anti-lock brake system. We got 2 codes. We got C1107 definition front right hand sensor 2, C1808 definition front right left sensor 2. Okay, in the body control module we got the U codes, U code, which is 1000 definition CAN communication. It can be caused by the battery being low. We got the B2193 definition chain of BCM ECM. We got the B2602 definition shift position. We got the B2598 definition insurance fuse burn out. So we go further, we got the transmission control module. We got the P0841 definition fluid pressure sensor HWA. We got the P17FO definition CVT JATA TM inspection. So we got stuff going on in this vehicle. That's why a pre-purchase inspection is always recommended. But anyway, they got the car already. And then we got the tire pressure monitoring system, C1708 definition no data, C1709 definition no data. So pretty much my main concern will be the transmission codes and these other engine module codes. So pretty much now we got the scanner communicating with the vehicle, and pretty much it was all about the fuse. So let me actually run the vehicle just to verify that everything is good, and then we go from there. Alright guys, so the car is running now, a new battery, and then at least it was just the fuse. The scanner now is communicating with the OBD2 port. So right now the AC is working perfectly fine, and the heater as well. Let me turn to the heat. Yeah, the heat is working as well. So we'll go back to the code, and pretty much we got this figured out. It was just a fuse. So right now I'm going to back out just to actually double check with this car to make sure everything is working. So we are actually restarting, and you can see it's actually communicating. So like I said, it was just a fuse. So I'm just double checking right now to make sure everything is working. And since we got some battery code and all that, what I'm going to do is I am going to reset the engine check light, let the customer drive, and then once the engine check light comes back on, we have to check it, and then from there we'll have directions. But for the ejector code, I can rest assure you we need to send this to the dealership. So this car, by the way, has got 155,817 miles on it. So definitely for these Nissans, the transmission codes, you can never go wrong at high mileage. That's why most of the time they sell them. So I'm just checking to see if this guy is working one more time before we finish up with this video. So definitely it is communicating. You can see the same things over and over. So at least the screen now is, the scanner is communicating with the vehicle. That's the most important thing. It was just a fuse. So we are going to reset the codes for the customer, and like I said, we'll let them drive, and then once the engine check light comes back on, then we'll have direction to see what codes we have then. Because pretty much they called me for a after purchase inspection, but they needed the car to run and use it, so I spent an extra time, which I'm running late for my next job. So right now I'm just letting this do its thing. And we'll wrap up the video. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn the car off, but turn it on accessory mode, and then we're going to actually clear the codes, and we'll see what comes back, and then definitely the transmission code won't go away, I can rest assure you, and then we'll go from there. Just like I thought, you can see the only code that has come back is the P17F0 definition CVT Jetta. So we'll let the customer drive, and then we'll see what happens after that. So pretty much that's it for this video, guys. So if you're new to the channel, help me subscribe, and if you have any questions in the comments, leave them in the comment section below. I'll try to get back as soon as I can, and we'll see you on the next video.